But we're going to stay on the theme of the situation in Gaza then for our Truth or Fake segment. And for that, I'm joined here by Carolina Marchante-Abreu. In today's edition, then, we're taking a look specifically at the situation surrounding the Morag corridor. Carolina, hi. So what does the satellite imagery show us regarding the construction of this corridor being built by the Israeli army?
That's right, Aaron. Indeed, we have satellite images here analyzed by the observers team at France 24 that show the ongoing destruction as well as the destruction involving the creating of this new security corridor known as Morag. These are the series of satellite images captured at regular intervals since early April that indeed show how the Israeli army is building the Morag corridor between Rafah and Khan Yunis in the southern part of the Gaza Strip. After Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced Israel would set up this corridor on April 2nd, we are seizing the Morag corridor, he said in the statement published on X, while 10 days later on April 12th, Israel confirmed its military had already completely taken over this corridor, sharing these images on X of what was at this time just a sandy road at this point. However, much has changed since these images were first shared by the IDF. Satellite images that we have from April 6th, April 12th, and May 13th show the Army's continued active construction of the road in recent days, where at least 1.5 kilometers of the road is now able to be traced on the satellite imagery at the northern end of this corridor per the satellite imagery that also shows right here how the construction of this road, the IDF has destroyed hundreds of buildings, including homes reduced to rubble, as well as fertile agricultural land that have been ravaged along the road in just one single month.
So, Carolina, what is the Israeli army's objective then in setting up these corridors?
Yeah, so this is not the first corridor that has been created or seized by Israel since the beginning of the war. There are 4 corridors in total, eventually 5 with the Morag corridor that are at least partially controlled by Israel. So what is the rationale behind all these corridors? According to experts cited on our report, there are a couple of possibilities. Firstly, the corridors are all about movement. According to Daniel Byman by the CSIS, they are designed to allow Israel to rapidly move forces into different parts of Gaza and at the same time designed to disrupt the movement of Hamas. But for Andres Krief from King's College London, these corridors are all about controlling the territory, a form of Israeli military to divide and conquer, creating even smaller enclaves that the IDF finds easier to control. Then the France 24 observers team also reached out to the Israeli army, who say that they established these corridors, in particular the Morag route, in order to conduct counterterrorism operations in the area, a way to bring the hostages home and dismantle Hamas in what eventually will become, they say, a security zone, according to Israel's defense minister Israel Katz in this report from Israeli public broadcaster Can 11. And in fact, on X, the IDF reported operations in the Morag access area, claiming here to have eliminated dozens of terrorists and detected numerous weapons and terror tunnels that they say they've destroyed. However, our team hasn't been independently able to verify which tunnels have been destroyed exactly by the IDF during these operations.
So whether intended or not then, Catalina, it sounds like in listening to you that another objective then is to isolate Gazans.
Exactly. This corridor could be central to Israel's new intensive strategy approved by Israel's Security Cabinet on May 5th, which involves what they call the conquest of Gaza, which involves moving the enclave's remaining population to the south of the Gaza Strip. It seems that the strategic emplacement of the Morag corridor makes it particularly suitable for carrying out this plan. In fact, Israel said it will start the operation called Gideon's Chariot if no hostage deal is reached during U.S. President Donald Trump's visit to the Middle East, a plan of which aspects are reportedly already being implemented, including the forcible displacement of the Gazan civil population.
Carolina Marchante-Abreu, thank you very much, as always, with Truth or Fake.